The Biennial of the Americas 2019 festival brings together artists, entrepreneurs, and innovators from both North and South America. This year's theme is Empathy in Action. And here to talk about the festival is Erin Trapp. She's the CEO and Executive Director of the Biennial, and Brandon Bullard, who's one of the artists featured at the festival. Great to have you both on the show today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Erin, what is the Biennial of the Americas?
So the Biennial is an international festival of ideas, art, and culture that happens in Denver every 2 years. We bring the most interesting speakers we can find on issues that are relevant to local citizens, like housing, transportation, art, and empathy.
Yeah.
So people can really participate and interact with these amazing folks from all over North and South America.
We talked about this year being Empathy in Action,
Right.
which is great. So what can folks expect?
So there are conversations going on around how you can build your empathy muscle. Empathy isn't just something you have or you don't have. It's a way to sort of help us all maybe have greater understanding of each other before we disagree, or maybe engage a little bit more deeply instead of disagreeing, and making advances on some of our most difficult problems.
All right, where is this event taking place this year?
So it's going to be centered in McNichols Building in Civic Center Park, but your favorite local cultural institutions around town also have exhibits and programs.
And then every year you have to come up with a theme. Why Empathy in Action this year?
So when we look at North and South America and what we think can help us make positive advances in our relationships with our friends, our closest neighbors, Mexico, Canada, and further to the south, empathy seemed to be that one ingredient that we could all work a little bit more on, better understanding so that we have better working relationships, that we have better friendships, and like I said, we all try to understand each other before we just disagree.
Great. Brandon, we mentioned that you're an artist. Can't wait to hear about what you do. But one of your artworks called Number 28 Rubik, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be on display and exhibited this year. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, number 28 Rubik is an 8 by 8 by 8 foot steel frame likeness of a Rubik's Cube filled with clothes. It was created at Cranbrook Academy of Art in 2017 for their graduate degree exhibition. Initially, it was kind of an artistic metaphor for globalism as it intersected with textile production, fashion, and culture.
Okay.
Partly inspired by an influential book titled The Object of Labor, although the artwork itself kind of became something that I never imagined before.
Does that happen a lot?
In art, all the time.
Yeah, I'll bet in
All the
art it
time.
does. It just,
Yeah.
you know, your idea, then it translates into something a little bit different. So talk about really the relationship between that piece of art and empathy being the theme this year.
Well, in its own way, it kind of became a form of empathy in action because it takes all the clothes that are used inside of the work and gives them back to the surrounding communities where it was shown. For example, in Detroit, a large amount of clothes were gifted to a charity named Davis, which is an acronym for Detroit Ain't Violent, It's Safe. In Chicago, I showed it at the Museum of Contemporary Art there, and another substantial amount of clothes was gifted to AM/FM Gallery for them to distribute amongst their community. But this time in Denver, I'll be giving the clothes to the Village Exchange Center in Aurora, and they're going to distribute clothes alongside of their food pantry, which takes place on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That's fantastic, Brandon. Congratulations on that. Erin, outside of Brandon's artwork, you know, what other events should we be putting on the calendar?
So next Wednesday, the 25th through Saturday, the 28th, there are workshops during the day, some related to projects like Brandon's doing one called Sustainable Fashion. So how you can make your closet more sustainable if that's something
like
you really care about,
that,
right?
yeah.
So you can go onto our website and sign up for that. We also have really fun evening events. There's an amazing symposium with Richard Branson on Thursday night. That is a ticketed event, so people do need to get their tickets for that now.
Sure. All right, and anything else happening at the festival that should we know about?
Yeah, you
notable?
don't want to miss our big closing bash. We always have an epic party for the last night. So on Saturday, the 28th, we have a party called Cosmico Americas, featuring a giant jaguar sculpture in Civic Center Park that you can see going up right now, and wonderful musicians from all over the hemisphere, some favorites from Denver. It's really an amazing event that people just won't want to
It
miss.
sounds like it, and we can get tickets how?
You can go to biennialoftheamericas.org.
Wonderful. Erin and Brandon, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Mark your calendars to join the Biennial of the Americas Festival, an international event of ideas, art, and culture that takes place next week, September 26th through the September 28th. To register for the events and to buy tickets, visit biennialoftheamericas.org. It's the 25th and 26th.
25th through the 28th.
25th through the 28th. I couldn't read it.
Wednesday to Saturday. People can remember
Perfect.
that.